Alright, it's time for Omega. Excellent. Return to the rift. Jesse greets you with a grave expression. Jaguar, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we've observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the Yon. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment, but Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the Yon. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alt-Royd made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush how to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for the ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous. He says with eyes aflame. For once, I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse, not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Jaguar, are you ready to answer the call? Yeah, let's go fight some raid bosses. Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry, Nero and I will see to it that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. Queh. I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Oh, he's got his own little outfit now. Custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He is part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we should give him some protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. Here I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. What about my protective equipment? You are a famous hero who can afford his own gear. I'll bet you could buy a house for the cost of what you're wearing. Joking aside, I doubt even a fine uniform like ours would last as long on you, what with all the fighting you get up to. We'd need to tailor something specific to your needs, and make it out of far more durable materials. By durable, I mean expensive. Saying that, if you were in a position to provide said materials, I'm sure our artisans would happily work day and night, all blissful smiles and sparkly eyes, to make you something suitable. Fascinating though this discussion of ironworks garmentures undoubtedly is, might our time not better be spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. Take a good look, Jaguar. I think you'll find the wreckage down there quite familiar. Yeah, it's like pieces of inside the rift. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Jaguar. Say the word, and we'll take the plunge. So I bet, just like Alpha and Outroy, like things from the Rift are starting to come outside into our world. Right then, into the Yawn we go. I am with you, mortals, along with what scant wisdom I can provide. I wonder why Midgard Surmers is interested in this quest. Oh yeah, we're back. It looks like many of the eggs have been destroyed now. Well, the rift seems much as it did before, and we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating about in the ether. Yeah, and that one has creepy mask on it. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega. It would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest, wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except to yours. Do these images cause you distress? Please, examine them closely. Without suitable simulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is critical to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Naught save thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought for what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Win, fight, evolve. Then I will return to... Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. Oh, Alpha looks mad. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. But complete. I will now commence recording of your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path, and reach the end of the course constructed for you. Seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff, then? Ah, those are some nice cards, which means, one moment, card, game, play. Play! You mean to play a part in proceedings this time. Alpha's an astrologian now, he's got cards. Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. There's no avoiding this evaluation. Let's watch our step, though, eh? One of Omega's monitors. On your mark, Jaguar. Bah, of course it's shielded. Leave the barrier to be. Oh, got Alpha. Rotors. It's recreating Guardian machines now. That's taken care of. Child's play. It's been a poor welcome thus far. Let's just move along, shall we? Jaguar, Alpha, they're not here. We've arrived on different platforms. Come, Nero, we have to find them. Oh, there they are. There's a ton of monitors here. My, aren't there a lot of them? just had to bemoan our poor welcome, didn't you? I cannot blame a new employee for craving some challenge. Now it's the things from the castle, Kugane Castle. Omaga's creating several enemies that we've faced so far in this expansion. No sign of thy companions. Fight on, mortal. Oh, Alpha destroyed all of them. Over there, flash of light. The P Jaguar and the others. Splendid. Let's get on with it then. Right. Are we ready to... apparently not. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. Hehehe. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. Nice. He's got his hammer. Behold, the mark. Not sure what that number is. Iron Nero. Complete with the new and improved mighty Mjolnir gunhammer. Step aside, Garland, and make witness to the devastation. Put down an earthly star. Nice. Oh, there's more. Cool. Got a whole bunch more up here. Is that one of your cards? Good work, Alpha. Yeah. Alpha is just straight up an astrologian now. That's great. We stand Alpha. Finally, proper challenge. I trust those tedious barriers are behind us. Daedaluma. It would appear so. Let's finish this. Let's give Nero our melee buff. Seems like he knows what he's doing here. That seems to be the end of them. And of the path as well. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. Between scrambling to stay out of the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? He boasteth that is one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Blip. Analysis complete. Results match revised predictions. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of note. Midgard's armor, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn onto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. Dang, Midgardsormr, throwing shade at Omega. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me in a tempest of rage. I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues, Alpha Group. Your next opponent waits you within the Sigmascape. Enter, and commence the contest. Alright, we've got another base of operations here. The Sigmascape, eh? I shall set to work analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. Que. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now, what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past, but as our dragon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? No slowing down. Sid is ready to discuss your foray to the Sigmascape. Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test world you need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly a surprise. This is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight. But needs must in all that. Are you up for the challenge? Can I ask you to join him, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Jaguar will need your authorization if he's to do battle inside that test world. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. Say the word to Alpha when you're ready. Again, I wish I had more to tell you, but I'm sure you'll manage somehow. You always do. Ah, strange technology. The ever-present threat of death. I've never felt so in my element. Que. And so it begins, Sigmascape. You're once more summoned to Omega's rift between dimensions, this time to conquer the denizens of the Sigmascape, with no spatial anchor to help pinpoint the correct segment of data. You are forced to enter the first battle bereft of any insightful analysis. Senses straining and nerves taut, you could swear you hear a high-pitched whistle echoing within the arena beyond. Hopefully the queue for this isn't too long. Alright, we should be getting in soon. 2 out of 2 healers. 1 out of 4 DPS. There we go. Okay, now we're in. Oh, it's the train. I saw this in the screenshots for patch 4.2. Patch website. That's where I got the thumbnail from. Jaguar, we've located the correct data. Your opponent appears to be a train. Here it comes. So we're fighting a train while on the back of a different train. This is so cool. I love this. Okay, so we've got ghosts. Run away. Where are these spotlights? Okay, be doing something to the ghosts. To kill them, we're dead. Okay, was that a preview? We have to run away from the light. I see. That was cool. Oh. Gotta go stun. Gotta lead it to the light. Okay, I think I got that. Okay, that doesn't leave a lasting impact. Oh. Avoid the this? Where'd it go? It's on the other track now. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Whoa. Nice. Oh, do we touch these? I see. Now we're inside the train. Ethereal stream. Nice. That was a pretty elaborate fight. Very fun. Traveler from afar, thank you for Doma. Who were they? Ha ha ha, the glorious absurdity of it all. Even you must have managed to smile. One wonders what Omega has in store for you next. A delinquent rowing boat, perhaps? Or an angry cable car? Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. When I first saw you be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. With that oddness behind us, we can be fully certain we have the right set of data for Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues as to its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other-dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, seems safe to assume that the author had a bad experience with a train. An unfinished masterpiece. Sid wishes to discuss your next opponent. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight. We should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you'll be pitted against a foe known as Shatternook. Not a train this time, some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taking up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something that I thought might be useful. Thrown together, he says. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fancy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where credit's due. Well done. History will appreciate my genius. I love Nero. To you I present the fruits of my labor, the chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say I've adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you'll be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Pictomancer? Naturally, this process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. Now, back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly valued the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is that another task his lordship the chief can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damned kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. Alpha's like, yeah, we should get going while they argue. They might be a while. Oh, sorry, Jaguar. Little distracted there. Talk to Alpha when you're ready. We can see about crossing this Chatternook character off the list. There's really no need to make it resemble a brush, but as we had a ready supply of chocobo feathers, I thought, why not? Now, let's see what it's capable of, shall we? Oh, it's one of Alpha's cards. Drop of water. There's a bunch of snacks over here too. Next to the kettle is one of Alpha's cards, its face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Que? Que. Alpha appears to keen to begin the next encounter. Alright, I will be right back. I am back. Let's continue. Chatternook. According to Sid and Nero's research, such is the name given to your next devilish opponent. Had you not just won a battle against a spectral train, you might think the idea of haunted painting absurd. Thankfully for the inventive genius of your companions, you go forth armed with the chocobo brush, a tool specifically designed to help you overcome this bizarre encounter. Guessing we're gonna have another extra action button, like the gravity thimble in the first part of Omega. But yeah, the first fight of Sigmascape was pretty good. The concept is just great. The idea of fighting a haunted train. Love it. I wonder what that fight is like on Savage difficulty. I imagine there's a lot of interesting mechanics. Ah, what a splendid atelier. Look around you, hero. Plenty of things in which to dip that brush. Oh, look. That one's funga. Someone's saying when it connects to a picture, gotta use the brush at the painting in front of it. That one's just a picture of fire. Typhon, only one person can be. Blow the feathers away from the center and everyone. Feathers. How long since I've possessed such a masterpiece? No one get in my way. Okay, so we use it in front of this one. Ah, betrayal of fire. Possession. Alright, so now we use the brush for this one. What the? I'm in a plane? I see. We were in the air, so that attack on the ground didn't hit us. Okay, now we use a brush on this one. Okay, only one person can use that. And we all hide behind them. Nice. Okay, and then the person who transformed. It's gonna blow all those feathers away. So that we stand in the middle. Yeah, okay. Okay, so doing two. The channel on that, and then come to the rock over here. Kind of funny how I'm doing this fight right before Dawn Trail drops, which will add Pictomancer. So this fight is kind of Pictomancer before we had Pictomancer. Cool. Quack. I'll wager the spirit was less than thrilled at being beaten at its own game. I must say, these field tests are fast becoming my favorite part of this whole experience. Welcome back, Jaguar. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. Our makeshift solution worked as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy, as is intending. I should remind you, however, that the brush was very specifically designed with that area and that foe in mind. Against odd else, it will avail you precisely as well as any other brush. One moment. Aye, this is Garland. That's great news, and oh, dude, they did they? Understood. We'll meet them out there. That was Jesse. Apparently Biggs and Wedge considered themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the Yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine, just the three of us then. I'm sure you won't complain about that, Sid. Look at the two of you. Up and about already. You gave us quite the scare. Jaguar, did you come out just to see us? Dressed in white shirts. Not their usual ironworks gear. Chief, Jaguar, and Alpha too. We didn't mean to drag you all away from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, should you even be walking? The Kairugan will probably want to have the words with us later. We couldn't just lie back and let you brave the rift on your own. Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs? Yes, the little jobs. It does seem that you two have spoiled me. I recently learned that the kettle does not, in fact, fill itself, but we're muddling along somehow. Jaguar has been a pillar of strength, as always. Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion, and Nero's been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet. So go home, heal. Don't come back until you've fully recovered. It's good to hear that everything's going well, but you can call us the moment anything goes wrong. We'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl. Listen to me, Alpha. The uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee to Garland Ironworks. That means you can call on us whenever you're in trouble, and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while, so I want you to look out for Jaguar and the Chief for us, alright? Cool. Oh, before I forget, he brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on the field rations alone. Nero's got his coffee. Now, what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is this fourth opponent, but if I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, then knowledge and reason will prevail. For even the most random actions are products of an underlying logic. One has but to isolate the behavioral triggers. Bleh. Tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Oh, the card with the water on it did something to the coffee. Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. No, we're good. What the? We appreciate you coming to meet us. After imagining everything that could go wrong in there, it was a relief to find you quietly getting on with the job. We'll have to hurry up and get well. We won't let you pass. Whoa, this looks way different. Wedge is standing by to see you off. Alpha and the Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make the descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... it will all be over before you know it. Can I lower you into the rift, sir? It may not be much use in battle, but I can at least let you do this small service. Back are you? We should return to the task at hand. Everything alright, Nero? You look a bit green around the gills. The kettle was full of salt water. Not the best stuff to brew coffee with, it turns out. Really? Well, it wasn't my doing. Of course not. That would involve you filling it. The water came from Alpha, created by one of those cards of his. It was very thoughtful of him to make the effort. Next time, I'd prefer a beverage that didn't leave me feeling ill. In any case, you can handle support for this third battle on your own. I want to begin preparations for the fourth. Fair enough. Right, Jaguar. Your next foe is simply known as the Guardian. Unlike that ordeal with Chatternook, this battle promises to be relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. The file I found on the Guardian says it was a weapon employed in the defense of an empire's capital city. That should give you some idea of the extent of its capabilities. Quer? Yeah, you tell him, Alpha. Alpha seems to be concerned about Nero, but otherwise eager to proceed. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, back. Sigmascape V 3.0. Known simply as the Guardian, this foe is described by Sid as the machine responsible for defending a capital city. As a creation of otherworldly engineering, it is impossible to know exactly what weapons it will bring to bear, only that this will be a contest of force versus overwhelming brute force. Alright, another boss, another queue to sit through. Hey, Pawn Shop. Good to see you. We're about halfway through Sigmascape, waiting for 3.0. This part of Omega has been pretty great so far. I like the creepy vibe to it. Been a while since I did Sigmascape. What was the last raid that you did? The one that I just finished was the one with the paintings. The painting demon. It's kind of weird because it's like Pictomancer vibes, and I'm playing this like right before Dawn Trail releases, which adds Pictomancer. It's like those memes where it's like, we have blank at home. Mom, can we have Pictomancer? We have Pictomancer at home. Pictomancer at home, the last fight. I know I should branch out and play other classes, but I just love Dark Knight so much. Fair enough. I definitely want to try out Dark Knight. Seems like a very cool class. I did try out Paladin recently, which is my first experience trying out a tank in this game. So that was interesting. Subjected some groups to some very questionable tanking skills. So much fun. It's losing 1 or 2 buttons in the next patch, but Dark Knight should be pretty busy still, I think. Which is part of what I like about it. Yeah. Sounds like a job I might enjoy. I like Astro because it's like more busy than the other healers from what I've played. Although Astro is getting pretty big free work. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It's kind of something I probably have to try to see how I feel. Because, like, on one hand, the cards are having new effects, which is, from what I understand, more like how more like how Astrologian used to be in previous expansions. But on the other hand, it's also losing the aspect of randomness, and that's a fun aspect. I like not knowing which cards I'm gonna draw. Yeah, Paladin was a lot of fun. Yeah, the random aspect of Astrologian is one of the reasons I like the job so much. But I'm interested to how the new Astrologian's gonna play. Doesn't look like it's an entirely bad thing, because they're getting new card effects and the ability to hold 3 cards at once. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to see. I'll have to try it out once the expansion launches later this week. see how it feels. Yeah, for sure. I'll probably be altering it throughout the course of the expansion. Man, I've been playing through the Elden Ring DLC for the last couple of days, and so far it's incredible. That's great to hear. I've heard a lot of great things about Elden Ring. I definitely want to play it someday. It's also kicking my butt. Yeah. I've heard that and the Souls games are very hard. It's on my bucket list of games that I need to play someday. Nice. A queue finally popped. The world building for all those games is top notch too. Nice. That sounds great. This place looks way different than the first two areas. Guardian will transition between a host of different combat programs. Try to keep track of what it does. Those like pixel versions of creatures on the screens behind him. Don't want to stand in front of that. Yep. Running Dynaluma combat program. Uh-oh. Got knocked into the edge there. Oh, dang. It's the guy we fought earlier. Running Air Force combat program. Cool. What was that? They're like sticks of dynamite for 1 second. Someone in chat said, shoot, what was that? just as clueless as you are. What? Whoa. Okay. It's Ultros. Man, we haven't seen this guy in forever. And he's gone. Goodbye, buddy. Demon simulation. Oh, I know this mechanic. It's from the library in Heaven's Word. Oh, it's the actual boss from the library. Didn't even notice you there. That looks like the Air Force program again. Yep. This time it spawned a plane. Was that there last time we did that? I want to say it wasn't, but I also could have just not been paying well enough attention. It's dynamite again. It's like a red wire and a blue wire. Cool. That was a pretty cool fight. Yeah, the first two areas were like all creepy, and that area we're just in the middle of a junkyard. Done, are you? Then it's almost time. Congratulations, old friend. Judging by the lack of smoking holes, I'd say you have a natural talent for avoiding laser beams. And this is what passes for a straight forward battle in here. Phantom trains, possessed pictures, and now this Magitech-like machine. Assuming it was real, the realm the Sigmascape is based on must have been highly advanced in both the arcane and the mechanical arts. It is truly a pity we cannot identify the test world's origin. Imagine how much we might have learned from such a civilization had we encountered it under different circumstances. Yeah, true. But now is not the time for such idle thoughts. The next battle will be the last for this world. Nero should have a strategy to share with us by now. Very cool raid. I agree, Pawn Shop. I wasn't sure how they were going to follow up Alexander and how cool that was. But I see this, they did a good job. This is just as cool. Test World of Ruin. Nero seems unusually anxious to move things along. Alright, gonna refill my water. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. The raid series in Shadowbringers is also very, very good. Actually, I think all the raid series are good. Well, that's good to hear. I have really been enjoying each of the raids. This is it. The final battle to conquer the Sigmascape. We put together a profile of your next opponent. You've encountered some fantastical foes in here, but this time you'll have the novel experience of fighting an actual person. His name is Kefka, and he's a jester. According to the data, his preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Apparently, he found comedy in the tragedies of others, and condemned countless thousands to death for his own amusement. That a jester should bring such misery is almost amusing. Nevertheless, we must treat this villain with all seriousness. His rise to godhood and subsequent rule over a shattered world is clearly documented in the records. Kefka is a formidable mage, and a cunning one besides. Your tactics must account for both his power and his trickery. You've been working on a solution, yes? Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Have you ever known me to do anything by halves? The jester's face paint is mask for his intent. If you only watch the surface, you'll be fighting at a disadvantage. To put it bluntly, Kefka will seek to deceive you. Even as you predict his actions and adjust your position, his true attack will reveal the feint for what it was. This is where things become interesting. I've tuned this monitor to allow me to observe the Sigmascape with greatly enhanced clarity. If I observe a discrepancy between Kefka's behavior and the impending attack, I will endeavor to warn you. The timing will be critical, of course. How confident are you of this strategy? I predict a 50% chance of success. Any delay, however slight, in reacting to his feints will render my warnings all but pointless. Isn't it exciting? There's no safe way to practice this hero. We must test our tactics on the field of battle. 50% success rate. I'm afraid he's right. I'll lend you all the support I can from this side. Make what preparations you need, and head into the Sigmascape. We can't let this jester have the last laugh. Embrace your destruction. It is the fate of all things. But people can always rebuild, and new lives will always be born. Fragmented conversation that accompanied Kefka's data. He was the first line, but there was no mention of who uttered the reply. In life, there's always hope. How particularly forthright of you. I'm sure it was a hero much like yourself who gave the original response. Go on, champion. I tire of waiting for the fun to begin. Que. Alpha is clearly poised to spring into action. Nice. Let me know if you'd like to come with me for this pawn shop. I've got room in the party. The looming face of the Sigmascape. Kefka will be your final opponent in this test world. Analysis of his data reveals that, despite his comical appearance, this cackling jester once rose to godhood and cast his entire planet into ruin. His is a power not to be underestimated. Nero has also alerted you to the villain's propensity for trickery, promised to watch for deadly feints through his enhanced monitor. You can only hope that his warnings come in time. boss in Elden Ring that's beating you right now. Oof. Good luck with that boss. Tells for its attacks are really strange and hard to follow, but it's also really cool looking. Sweet. How long do bosses in Elden Ring normally take to beat? Like from first attempt to final attempt? Curious. I'm assuming with how hard the game everyone says, it takes like hours to defeat a boss. Sometimes it can take a while, yeah. I think I got stuck on a boss for a whole day once. Wow. Sounds a lot like high-level raiding. It's like you wipe to a boss over and over again and slowly learn the mechanics. It sounds like a lot of fun. Hey Divinity. Just stopping in to say good luck and enjoy. Thanks. Nice. Final boss, Sigmascape. I wield the greatest power in existence. may as well be the dirt on the bottom of my boots, or the dirt stuck to the bottom of that dirt. I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence. Whoa, this boss arena looks epic. This is so cool. Oh, 2 orbs. Oh, you figured out my tells, have you? Or have you? His posture, the change is slight, but it's shifted somehow. What is that? Oh, I was supposed to be in that. So it's question marks we want to be standing in that. I see now. What the? Holy. Blow them all away. Whoosh. Do we want to stand here? Not get knocked off? Alright, cool. Thanks for stopping by, Divinity. Flagrant fire. Well, what are these? Okay. Those teleports. This music though. I got hit by that, whatever that was. Oh, I see. Don't want to stand in front of the purple from the statue. whole bunch of mechanics coming out at once. Did that mechanic just say upscale Sigma? Whoa. Wait, it looks since it's question mark. Ultima Upsurge. Okay, stand in this. That was a very interesting fight. I lost. How can I lose? I just can't believe it. Sigmascape complete. Cool. That's it, isn't it? He's won. Blip, the contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. The Sigmascape test world will now be erased. Come on, we should go and find Jaguar. Nero? Omega did something to him earlier. Talk to me, man. Are you hurt? You could say that. I had a visitor while you were attending to your little Ironworks reunion. Omega. Damn it. We never should have left you alone. Not after what happened to Biggs and Wedge. As if I would trail along behind you, like some sniveling lapdog. No, I chose to remain, and behold the results. This was my victory. It was my ingenuity that defeated these foes. Even your precious warrior of light was just another variable in my grand experiments. Alright, Nero, save your strength. I'll fetch Jaguar and Alpha, and then we can get out of here. Garland. The next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter that brilliant mind of yours, to do what must be done. And I'm not just talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology and keep yourself locked up in chains. Another battle won. Thy might knoweth no bounds, child of man. Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Jaguar Evergreen. Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior combat capabilities. I've constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I've taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the wild fluctuation in values, is it possible your limits are exceeded by an unpredictably high degree when engaged in battle? Bloop. Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations necessary. You will exhibit your full potential, unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction. Placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Better not. Oh. It's like the prison that Shinryu was in. Only this one's a D8 instead of a D20. Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. In precisely 180 seconds, I will terminate your life. You are to attempt to escape with every last reserve of strength you possess. Frog. Good try, Alpha. Alpha, your participation is unnecessary. Do not interfere. Curious. It would seem the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, Alpha. As for thee, Omega, after the passing of eons, is this truly the extent of thine evolution? I've glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence, and judge that my guidance here is no longer needed. Wait, where is he going? Oh, he transformed to his full self. Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I've reached beyond my strength at the last. But so be it. Such death becometh thee not. A little smile what Alpha gave. He looks so happy. Slumber shall betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit. Midgard Sormer, again, Your actions are incomprehensible. Heed me, empty vessel, thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that which by thine own admission defieth thine understandings is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize that thou seekest is thine for the taking. Acknowledged. Attempt to artificially explicit potential has failed. Illicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. Jaguar, Alpha, I need your help. It's Nero. He's... It would seem we all have a tale to share, but not here. Come on, we're leaving. Sir, the chief has already departed for Rauker's Reach. Few of our people were on hand to help transport Nero. Oh, and I was told to tell you that Jessie expects a full report as soon as it's convenient, and by that she generally means now. If you haven't spoken with Jessie yet, it's probably best not to keep her waiting. Not to worry, I'll keep curious travelers from tumbling into the yawn. Jaguar, I was told you'd made it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own two eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back soon with news if you don't mind waiting. Chief, how is he? Not good. Seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting on a brave face, having seen his injuries. I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Kairugans confined him to bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero won't be coming with us. Midgard Surmer is taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? And it won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder, and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jessie, and I may yet take you up on it, when the time comes. But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what's happened and about what lies ahead. The poor thing. He seems worried. Thank you for trying to save me. I love his little happy faces. You've got a smile out of him. Well, that got a smile out of him. We may not understand what he says, but I think we can understand how he feels. Right. Much as I'd like to stay and chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. We need to be stronger. We need to be ready when Omega calls us on us again. Let's make sure that we are. Nice. So that was Sigmascape. A lot of cool fights. Excited to eventually try that on Savage. I'd like to eventually start a group and do some extremes and savages throughout all of the expansions. So I've yet to experience high-end raiding in this game. But yeah, that was Sigmascape. Really enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me, Divinity Pawn Shop. I'll be streaming tomorrow too. Gotta get some more streams out before the servers go down for Dawn Trail maintenance. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. I just realized I think I survived all of the bosses in this part of Omega without dying once. Nice. That's surprising. Normally I die to at least one thing. Alright. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, high-end raiding in this game does seem like a lot of fun. I used to do some high-end raiding back in World of Warcraft, but I'd like to experience it in this game as well. It'd be fun to even, after trying out some extremes and savages, it would be fun to even try out an ultimate maybe. Alright, well that's all for now. Hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see you for some more streaming tomorrow. See you later.